Salman, bring him into the picture. He's not the least bothered. When he'll have settled down with his wife and kids and all that stuff, that'll be his life, that'll be his take. I mean, so I'm not going to, I as it is don't make any, so even he doesn't do it.
I really have no qualms about how people address me or whether there's a debate or, Munni is good or that, whatever.
I didn't like Dabangg. I said, fair enough. I didn't see Dabangg. I experienced Dabangg.
Yeah. Loose, ridiculous talk, I don't really cater to.
I would also hope if sometimes she go and stay 15 days with her mother, to put the matter to rest. We are perfectly fine, okay? Hi, this is Arbaaz.
And this is Malaika, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have with us today the power couple of Bollywood, Arbaaz Khan and Malaika Arora Khan, who've just won a national award for the most wholesome entertainment for their film Dabangg. Pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama first of all, and heartiest congratulations for Dabangg national award. It's a huge honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great feeling, to make a debut as a producer and then to win all the accolades that came along with it. It's wonderful. It's like a dream debut.
Hey Chotu, photo le photo.
Bhaiya ji smile.
सिर्फ इतना माला डालने के काम आएगा.
In fact, from our team at Hungama, we have a token from all of us.
It's great.
How sweet. Thank you.
How do you look back at Dabangg now?
Dabangg honestly came at a stage in my life and my professional life very timely. It was about time where something really like the way magical had to happen in my career, and fortunately everything with Dabangg has got some fantastic memories attached to it, and like I said, the timing has been perfect. The film happened, Bhai got involved in the film, when I took the idea to him and told him that I wanted to produce, and it formulated into the film that it is.
Malaika Arora Khan, I think I'm sure that everyone refers to you as Munni now. In fact, Pakistan, there have been, even the political parties have jumped into it, and Pakistan
debates.
Yeah, that it has been referred to that Munni Badnaam hui tere liye types and all. How does it feel that one item song and you'll be remembered amazingly for the rest of your life for this song?
Munni Badnaam hui, darling tere liye. Munni Badnaam hui, darling tere liye. Munni ke gaal gulabi na sharabi chaal lagabi re. Le jhandu bomb hui, darling tere liye.
This is not my first. I've done
Definitely.
loads of songs and they've all been
there.
very well received in the past. But this one definitely holds a lot of... it's very close to my heart, and it's been a fantastic experience. I'm just so glad that this song was part of our film and not of anybody else's films. It makes it all the more special, and it'll always and I really have no qualms about how people address me or whether there's a debate or Munni is good or that, whatever. I mean, I think it all comes with when people enjoy something, when people are talking about it all the time, wherever you go, you know that it has really made an impact, and it's here to stay. And to date, I mean, the film released last year, September, and to date, people keep talking about it. There are constant comparisons.
Exactly, that's a funny part, that there are claims that Munni and that we'll do the chutti of Munni, but it doesn't happen. Yeah, but it still continues to.
I mean, every time there's a a so-called item song in a film, there's always comparisons, right. And whatever. It's not like this song or whatever. So I think it's fantastic, and we've been really, really lucky, and it's been fab.
See, I've seen in theatres, and when say the entire film has CTs to it, but when Munni Badnaam, it becomes a theatre. That's exactly. It becomes like a festival. There have been critics who have said, in fact, I saw this report in a tabloid that maybe Dabangg was not deserving of a national award. Maybe it was not the most entertaining of films as such. The chairman of the jury, J.P. Datta, has reacted very, very, very strongly to that. How do you react to it?
So that is what matters, right? See, there is a body that is deciding as to on what grounds a particular film should win the awards, and they have to be satisfied by the whole thing. That's one thing. You'll always have a certain section of the people that will say, I agree with this or I don't agree with things. That happens with your political parties. There'll always be an opposition. It's the mandate. Ultimately, it is the consensus. If there are 13 people in the jury, out of which 7 vote for you, you won. It's good enough. You don't have to please everybody. It's not everybody's take. So there will always be people who will say, I don't think this film deserved it and that film deserves it. There are a lot of people even today who come up to, I have had people come up to me without obviously knowing who they are, just to tell me one thing. You know, Arbaaz, can I tell you something? I said, yeah, tell me. I didn't like Dabangg. I said, fair enough. You didn't like Dabangg. How does it matter? You don't make movies for it to be liked by every single individual.
It's not humanly possible to make everybody happy. There will always be a certain section of people that will always have a contradictory, take or look at it.
And what about Ready? Have you guys seen Ready? So
And I've seen it twice, and I really enjoyed it. I think this is another film that is definitely going to do well, and because it has got it's a film to be seen in its own. Like I said, हर पिक्चर का एक मिजाज होता है, और उस मिजाज में आप पिक्चर देखोगे तो आपको बहुत मजा आएगा फिल्म के अंदर. I think it's wholesome entertainment.
सुसाइड कर लूंगा मैं, सुसाइड. अब तो डीप फ्राई होने के लिए हेल्प करता हूँ ना.
And Salman's fantastic. It's got, again, whatever you want to see in a typical film, which projects that kind of entertainment.
Okay, and what about you? You must be seeing Salman Khan's movies for a long time now, and people are seeing that change in him, that he made sure that the character Leela and Dhinka Chika, they are reshot. People, whoever have seen it, I've not seen the film, but they say that the songs have been brilliantly picturized, and the effort that he's ensuring into just making a final product, I think that is showing in the results as well.
I think that is fantastic. I mean, for any actor, that kind of involvement and to be able to let that translate on screen. I think no actor just wants to sit back and really not have much of a say of what's happening or where it's going to go or what. At the end of the day, it's their career. They want the best. They want the audience to be able to have a slice of everything that is the best. So his involvement in it is just completely understandable, and I think he's just looking better, younger, fresher with every film, and I think that's because he is so conscious about the final end product that people need to see.
We've been seeing you guys just talking and gelling and all. You've been known as a power couple. Examples are being said कि यार अगर Bollywood में अगर किसी की कुछ marriages अगर हो तो फिर अरबाज मलाइका जैसी हो. In fact, I've seen many times Amrita Arora's interviews, and she has said that she would always want to have someone like Arbaaz Khan, in the sense on the lines of Arbaaz Khan.
She's always maintained that. She says the day I get married, I mean, whenever she was wanting to get married, she says I want to make sure that my guy, my husband is just like him. Yeah.
And you've been an ideal husband material, yeah, in the sense of.
At least it seems to the outside world. Let's bringing in some humor into it.
But there have been all those rumors that have come about recently, and Arbaaz Khan and Malaika, they're splitting and all. How do you react to such things? In fact,
look at us. I mean, if we're together today, that's the reason. And sometimes, you don't want to clarify anything because you don't feel the need to clarify anything because you feel how. But when it gains momentum, when you realize that the media is having a field day on it, or people are talking about it, then you're like, hello, we talk to the people concerned. This is just not a piece of news or an information that is, for everybody to consume. It needs to be authenticated, and the authentication is in the people who are there, and they say, hello, everything is fine. So when we saw this gain momentum, then that's the time when I felt the need that, maybe it needs a certain bit of clarification to say that, with all these things about her moving out of the house and staying with her mother-in-law, and me maybe taking some time off and traveling to Dubai. I went for my own work to Dubai, but it has been misconstrued. I went because I needed time off.
I read that it was being said that Salman Khan was not happy with the lifestyle of Malaika Arora, and but it's 12 years.
What does it take for anybody to just pass a random statement like this for it to be written about?
And a random statement that just comes and goes is fine, which you don't really. You hear a lot of things in the business. You just hear something and it's gone. But when things become a little negative, or they become a little, that it's going to affect everybody around us in our lives, because
our
then very
lifestyle.
soon everybody
has
starts
not
calling.
changed. The way Malaika is in her personal life hasn't changed. The way she wears her clothes is not changed. I mean, I say, why should it affect anybody, and why unnecessary bring it to somebody, you know, like give like Salman, bring him into the picture. He's not the least bothered. Right. You know, it's my life, it's tomorrow. I mean to say, when he'll have settled down with his wife and kids and all that stuff, that'll be his life, that'll be his take. I mean to say, I'm not going to, I as it is don't make any, so even he doesn't do it. And if he has anything, I mean to say, to talk to me about any work or professional or personal life, I mean to say, he's not going to make a random loose statement in the press. He's going to come and talk to me. He's never felt the need to tell me anything.
But you know, do you feel that there are some insiders maybe who are spreading these rumors?
There'll always be.
Because you know, you guys have suddenly have delivered one of the biggest hits of all times. So jealousy factor is always there.
Like I said, you know, it probably does. You know, how often do you also complain, not because something's come in the media, how often do you have a situation with your own friends where you say, I thought you were a friend, yeah, how come you said this, how come you do that? So, you know, just to feel that, you know, somebody is very close to you, you don't know what kind of mileage he is gathering and what is the power he is enjoying just because he's close to somebody. Maybe he's filtering some stupid news just because, for whatever reason, and people don't want to authenticate that news. They feel that it has come from a very close source. They feel that it has come from a very close friend, so it has to be true. Why somebody is giving that news, whether he's giving it just because he feels that इसमें ये हो जाएगा, तो उससे थोड़ी कुछ फर्क पड़ता है. जो लोग कंसर्न्ड हैं, आज मलाइका ने कहीं स्टेटमेंट दिया है या मलाइका के क्लोज कोई मतलब पेरेंट्स ने दिया है या भाई बहन ने दिया, तो मैं समझ में आता है कि यार कि somebody is
those are close and reliable,
you know, but not के heard from a reliable source or from very close quarters or a very close friend. These are all rubbish. I mean to say, you just want to make it a little more serious, so you say that, but you can't authenticate it with, you know, you can't take names, and in those times even the person who's writing the article does not generally write his name down because he doesn't want to, you know, face any kind of situation.
We are fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You said that I know that people are paid to write stories and stuff like that, but they should verify stuff. In a Hindustan Times interview,
I said that because they are journalists, they are there to fill space, they are there to write. You know, you've got all kinds of journalists over there. So at the end of the day, they are writing stuff heard from here, there, and everywhere, and feel the need to put it in the press. But at the end of the day, write something that is genuine. Write something that you have 100% you're sure about it. But if it's just loose, ridiculous talk, I don't really cater to.
अपनी मदर के यहाँ तो कोई भी जा सकता है. Like,
I can go when I.
Will you think twice next time? अगर मैं गई तो.
Tani, if I go to my mom's house, what are they going to say? ये तो फिर से निकले.
कभी-कभी क्या होता है कि आपके घर में पेंटिंग चल रही होती है, आपके घर में काम चल रहा होता है, आप अपना बेडरूम एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते, आपकी मदर नजदीक रहती है, आप अपने मदर के यहाँ चले जाते हो. If at all, I'm just saying this has not happened, but you know, she has not even gone and stayed in her mother's house in the last, I think, ever since we married, I think एक दिन one night के अलावा, क्योंकि लेट हो गया तो रह गए. पर ऐसा होता है ना कि जाके 10 दिन 15 दिन रह के आते हैं, तो लोग करते हैं, और जो करना भी चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से यार. I would also hope that sometimes she go and stay 15 days with her mother, you know, like that also has never happened. Yeah. So, you know, like I said, you know, today what has happened is that you cannot be everywhere. So everybody wants to do their work. Today everybody has got a responsibility. Everybody has to cover a news. There is a section which is almost like a gossip section with every newspaper that comes, which has to tell about all about the things that happen. And there are people who, for their own reasons, have got their associations, and they pass on that information for whatever reason, and they get their own little bit of, you know, you'll always wonder, there are certain kind of people who don't know work, they've got no releases, they've got no films, they've got nothing, but they are always there in the paper. And you're wondering कि यार ये आदमी पेपर में क्यों रहता है यार, हर तीसरे दिन इसका पेपर में कुछ रहता है, और एक पर्टिकुलर जर्नलिस्ट उसको हमेशा स्पेस देता है, उसके बारे में हमेशा लिखता है. For all you know, कि his only job is to go to parties and to see what is happening and then to squeal or to give that information to the particular scribe, because scribes are not necessarily invited everywhere, or they cannot be everywhere. So yeah, this becomes a person who is like a source. And he has to be compensated. He has to be compensated, na, because he has to be featured and he has to be seen. And you suddenly see a lot of that person. You wonder, यार इसने 3 साल में पिक्चर नहीं की है, इसकी कोई पिक्चर हिट नहीं है, इसको प्रोमिनेंट स्पेस मिलता है, इसके बारे में ज़्यादा लिखा जाता है कौन ही आदमी.
you've been a fantastic, in fact, judge, in fact, on various shows. We used to watch your Nachbali and all quite regularly. As a family, we used to watch it regularly. And I think you used to mention about Arbaaz every now and then on that show.
Now she stopped?
You've mentioned anecdotes from your all those things.
I mean, it always comes up while hosting a show, or I'm part of a over a long period of time. There are always certain segments, certain sections where they ask, and I've never really hesitated to speak about him or the importance of him in my life, or things of the past or whatever it may be. But at the same time, I don't like giving all these gossip columns and stuff. I don't like giving it too much importance. Even when my first instant reaction was, I said, please, just, I have no interest. I don't even want to listen.
To put the matter to rest, we are perfectly fine, okay? When things are not going to be okay, maybe everybody will get to know, but we are perfectly fine, doing very well. And we'll always be together.
That's right.
And, we share a great relationship. She's an individual, I'm an individual. There are a lot of things that are common between us, things that we agree, we disagree. But the fact is that we love and respect each other, and we've decided to take the journey of our lives together, and we'll put in all our efforts to do that unless there is ever a situation where, God forbid, something has to happen, which obviously there's an effort that goes even into a marriage. You cannot take it for granted. Now that you're in love with somebody, you're getting married, it'll take care of itself. It doesn't. You have to. There's an effort in everything. It's like how you take care of your health, and like how you take care of your looks and everything. You got to take your house. You got to take care of your marriage also. So you don't let things lie, and you do that, and we're making our efforts, and we are happy together. That's the most important thing.
That's what counts.